Hello, Princess Casserole here, and I am here with a video that I've been meaning to do for a while, and every time I don't do it, I get a little bit more to share, so it might be a good thing. I'm going to try to get the chat up. I kind of drew this out there because I wanted to just free thought this, and also I'm going to screen share this as well. So I wanted to do my Poshmark video on my sales, and I have sold a good amount of things for somebody who, is new to reselling. I had previously sold some things on YouTube through PayPal, and I had a couple sales on Etsy, and then I started Poshmark. And I really liked things on YouTube through PayPal. Sorry, I'm going to pull up my chat on my phone so I can see it. It's a little bit easier for me. I wanted to give kind of my thoughts on Poshmark before I showed you guys my sales. I'm glad some people did end up joining me. I know I did this kind of at the last minute, so I wasn't sure if anyone would join or not, but I see Miss Carol is on, and I know Carol has experience with this as well, and Cindy and Forever Lou's on, I see. So what I really like about it, now I've only done Etsy so far, and Poshmark is so easy to list. So for somebody who's new, it is really great because I have my Poshmark. I like to have the pictures simple, clean, so it's really easy. I don't fuss over things, and I really, really like that. Hi, Wendy and Dwayne. And I know Dwayne and I always laugh. I do it with my husband too. Every time I sell something, I'm like, oh, somebody else bought something, because then I feel like, I like to have 50 things up, because it seems like when a store doesn't have a lot of items, that it kind of gets stale, and you wonder, is this person still actively selling or not? And so I like to have at least 50 items in there. So I just sold something today. Hopefully I will be listing tomorrow. And hey, Barb, as well. So I'm going to try to screen share. I haven't done this before. We're going to see if it works, though. We're gonna try. Oh, let me get out of the infinity there. No, I don't want to. And let me bring up my Poshmark. I apologize. This is my first time doing this, so if anything's kind of crazy, that's why. I am. Oh, shoot. Oh, you guys still see me? I thought it said I had stopped broadcasting. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I am totally a noob. So now you guys can all laugh at me. All right, so now you can see my screen again. Oh goodness. So I've gotten better at Poshmark. Still learning YouTube as well. You guys can hear me as well, right? I hope. I'm glad I can make everybody laugh tonight. That was my aim. So this is how my Poshmark looks right now. I chose kind of a different picture. And I like the kind of the black and white that I have going on. So just so you guys can get an idea of some of the things that I have in my store. Again, I like this white background, so I actually just use poster board. That's how I do this because I don't want to spend a ton of money right away. I'm kind of new at this. I'm not monetized on YouTube yet. You know, like I don't want to go out spend a ton of money on this, but I do want to make everything look nice and professional. So that's what I aimed for here. Just kind of nice, clean, learning how to edit on my iPhone. And also learning how to use, I use the iPhone app, the iPhone Plus app as well, sometimes when I need things to be nice and small. So I have tried to put them in order of just bracelets, rings, necklaces, and other. So every time I share, I try to do it in that order. I have mainly jewelry items on here. I am starting to add some other things as well. I have several purses that I really need to list because I want them out of my house because I'm starting to get really kind of overwhelmed by the clutter. So yeah, I kind of like it this way. Thank you. I appreciate any feedback people have. Like some of these are newer than others. And I've kind of played with things, but you know, the things I like the best have been on the Poshmark is just white, just a really clean background. I only have this ring I thought looked nicer on the hand because you could see it a little bit better, but I have a lot of different things that I have picked out that I really like on here. And this angel wing lucky brand cuff, that was one of my latest. So again, I'm playing around with it. It's kind of fun to figure out how you like your background and how to play with it to make your photos look nice. So that's kind of the fun of it too. I do like that part. So today, actually, I sold, and this is one of only 2 things that I have sold outright where somebody just bought it. I've kind of noticed on Poshmark, people either will send you low offers or they'll, you know, put one thing into a bundle or they'll do something. They seem to really like to get deals. So this is one of the only things that I sold outright. And oh, I didn't mean to do that, but hey, you guys can see a little bit more on there. And I noticed that too. People ask for trades, and some people say no trades, no lowball offers. I don't like that just because I think it kind of is not the greatest customer service. I wouldn't want to go into a store with a whole bunch of signs on what not to do. So I'm choosing not to do that right now. So, and I politely normally say when somebody asks, because Barb says she doesn't either, where I just say, I just have too much stuff. I'm trying to download my things. So I don't want to do trades just because I'm trying to get rid of stuff, which is true. So, this bracelet, like I said, I haven't actually packaged it out and sent it out today. But I do like the shipping on here too. I don't have to figure it out. I use the free boxes from the post office. I use the priority mail boxes, not the flat rate or the region ones. And even if it's one little thing, I package it up, put it in the box because it's free. And I'm not going to use one of my bubble mailers, even if I pay 10 cents for it, if I don't have to. That's crazy. Becca says she hasn't made a sale on Posh yet. I've actually been doing really well, and I don't know. So I'll go through and kind of show you the things that I have sold so far. So I sold this one bracelet, like I said. I think it's really nice and summery. It's nautical. Somebody obviously made it. The band itself is sterling, but the charms aren't. But I love the sea glass look, and if I wasn't inundated with jewelry, this is probably something I would have kept. Again, bracelets. And I am so new to reselling. People ask me for the inside diameter. I had no idea what that was, so I had to Google how to get that measurement. So, because I did the diameter. Some of them you can do the length, but I did do the inside diameter on some too. I don't have anything cross-posted. I just, I want my Etsy store to be my Etsy store and my Poshmark to be my Poshmark. So I'm going to put my vintage on Etsy, and I'm going to put my kind of trendy things here on Poshmark. And I have this Francesca's ball earrings. People seem to really like Francesca's. I don't know if they're out of business now or what, but I've gotten a couple. No, I've heard that they do have that you can do it on the desktop now too. It's not just a phone. Because it's easier. Dwayne had actually given me this tip, and it's 100% true. It is much easier to share on a desktop than it is on your mobile app. So let's see. These earrings haven't had much activity, but sometimes a couple of the things have had 1 or 2 likes and then they sold. So in other things, I have like 30 likes and they haven't sold. So you never know. I do have an 80s mystery box on here. So I did ask Posh if mystery boxes were acceptable. And they did say as long as they're things that you're allowed to sell on Poshmark, which there's no perfume, no used underwear. I think you're not supposed to do used makeup. But it's all jewelry and purses. As long as it's something that you're allowed to sell on Poshmark, you can do mystery boxes on Poshmark. So you guys know. Because I'm a crazy person and I like to follow the rules, so I asked the question. I sold a Southwest style faux copper necklace, and it is like the squash blossom style. And this Swarovski pink stardust mesh crystal bracelet. Southwest style copper necklace actually was the one somebody had put in the comments, and I would do it, but I'm on my daughter's laptop, so it's really slow. That they would have paid my asking price if it was new with tags, that they did research, and she countered for like $7 less, and then ended up, I had this originally listed for $25, so she paid $23, so she only got $3 off of it anyway. The Swarovski pink stardust mesh crystal bracelet, that one was listed for $30 originally. The lady offered me maybe $25. I countered at $27 and she accepted it. So that one was easy. The Brighton Love Charm anklet, again, that was something I only had three likes and then it sold. So, it's just so weird. You never know what's going to sell and what's not. So the Chico's wood glass bead necklace, that one I had hire somebody, I think that might have been, no, this wasn't my first sale, but it, you know, was one of them. And I just wanted it out. I don't love these Chico's necklaces. They're not my style at all. So if I got stuck with them, I wouldn't really be happy. So $20 for those out the door. I'm saying yes, I'm happy. And these Zapata drop earrings, I love those. If they wouldn't have sold, I probably would have kept them, but I have so much stuff, so I need to get things out. The Lucky Brand cuff, I got a couple people that actually messaged and said they loved it. So people seem to really like those. I don't know if it's just the faux turquoise or the Lucky Brand, but I have another one on there, so we'll see. These Francesca's earrings, they had 6 legs. People were sharing them like crazy. And then they sold for $10, which I thought was pretty good. And then this crazy Chico's wooden bead tribal necklace. I had it listed for way more, and the lady offered me this $15, and I was like, all right, $15, it's out the door. I don't think she probably thought I was going to accept it, but it was my first sale, and I thought it was fun, so I accepted that one. So all them sales have been quite different in if they bought it outright or if they've been really lowballing or negotiating with you. So I found that kind of interesting because you don't get that on Etsy. People buy it or they don't buy it, really. One other thing that I wanted to let you guys know about, that a reason why I have loved Posh so far, is they have those contests where, you know, if you share things, you list things, you send an offer to likers, you lower your price, whatever, that you can win a prize. And I actually ended up winning $100 on Posh. You get it in credits, which is nice anyway, because, you know, they have a lot of really nice stuff on here. So I did end up getting a couple things. I got something from Carol, actually, and I used the credit. So they gave me, it was like $100 in credit. You can't redeem it into your bank account. It's like those $5 credits that you get. If people use your code, mine's Carla Casserole, if anyone hasn't signed up for it yet. I actually had my husband do it, and he ended up buying a blue suit. And I'm going to put this back on me in a second here. And just look at you guys again. So my husband did buy something on Poshmark. He had been looking everywhere for a nice jogging suit and hadn't found one. So he had the $5 credit from using my code, Carla Casserole, and so he bought this. It's not quite baby blue, but it's pretty close to baby blue jogging suit. And it was pretty funny. It's coming from Hawaii, and it's pretty Jimmy. So but yeah, I was really excited, and I wanted to tell you guys, because this actually happened a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to do this video a while ago, but I had to do my aunt's brooch bouquet, so I've kind of been stressing about that recently, and just kind of wanted to get some more things in my belt, under my belt, and some more sales to show you guys. So so you guys could kind of see what things I was selling and what things do sell. I don't know if anyone has any other questions. Hey, Flippin' Hustler, first time catching me live. I know I just shot it here and figured we'd just have fun, and I'd see who could join me. I have another video that I have to make. Again, I'm trying to do the DIY video for my aunt's brooch bouquet, which I finally finished. I'm so excited. So trying to check out the chat here because I like to have it on my phone because I'm on my daughter's computer and I am very unfamiliar, but my computer was not happy today. Hi, Grandma Wrinkles. I like that it's free to post on Poshmark too. I know 20 cents is almost nothing, and it's probably somewhat psychological, and it gets people maybe not to cross post because you've paid for one, and you know, if you cross post, maybe psychologically you've already paid to post something on Etsy. I don't know, but I do like that. I like that I don't have to deal with the shipping at all. I don't have to know how heavy something's going to be because I don't sell anything that's that heavy that I have to worry about it. And I'll have to do the upgrades, at least not now. My Posh name is at Carla Casserole. So I couldn't do Princess Casserole, so I did Carla Casserole, and it's a little bit different. So let's see. Yes, other Carla. That's right. I don't know very many Carlas, so it's fun. You will hopefully see the brooch bouquet soon. It's something I've been working on for a while. I like the returns. I haven't had a problem yet. There's 2 that are waiting acceptance by the buyer. So they release your money after, I think, 2 days after it's been delivered, even if they don't accept it. So it's kind of nice that you have it. I don't know if they can still return it after you've gotten your money or how that works, because the only way that they can return something is if it is not as described. So that's why I've been trying real hard. You get a lot of pictures on Poshmark to describe everything and to have all of the pictures with the measurements. I put a ruler or I'll put, a coin, depending on what I'm selling. The one with the inside circumference, I actually put the tape measure in as well. So I love how many pictures you can put on there as well, which, that is helpful. Hi, Karen's at the beach. I'm sorry if I didn't say hello to everybody. Vanessa, a jewelry Christmas tree one year. That sounds like fun too. So I've been really liking it, and I'm new, but it's, number one, helping me get my hoard of jewelry out of here. So some of those things, the Chico's necklaces were all things that I found in jewelry bags. The Zapata earring I found in a jewelry bag. Some things I've thrifted or found at yard sales. But for the most part, I did try to put all of my bag finds because, you're making a lot more profit there because it's, not that much money I pay for the bags. I think the most I've ever paid for a jewelry bag or jar was $50, and it was the trash bag full. So that's not nice. So they get upset when you don't send a gift with a $9 purchase. So I didn't know there was a threshold there. I have been sending it with everything. Just because I have such a hoard of jewelry that I keep my inventory right now in little plastic drawers because I don't have, I have a little bit over 50 listings on Poshmark, and I have like 20, I think, on Etsy. And I keep them in little drawers, and I have the last one is for free gifts because I do the same thing on Etsy. And I do always send a thank you card. But again, I'm a part-time seller. So, you saw the things that I had sold. I think there's 9 sales there. So it's not like I'm selling a bunch of things every day. So for me, it's easy right now to do that. To come home, I have to package one thing up. And, the label's already prepaid. I do end up, we have like a USPS, I don't know what it's called. It's like it's not the post office, but you can go there and they have all the abilities of a post office, and they're open until 6 o'clock. So, and they're really close to my house. So that's where I end up going. It's very convenient for me. You know, Dwayne, I wonder, Dwayne says he doesn't ever send free gifts, and I wonder if it's a little bit different for men, though, too, because if you're selling men's clothing, and I know you sell women's clothing as well, but I think their things are a little bit more expensive. It's not like you can throw in a cheap necklace with it. So I don't know what I would do if I sold like a men's hat or a men's tie, what I would put in there. So if anyone has any good ideas on, you know, of course, cufflinks or pins or anything like that, but different gifts that you would send with a guy's thing that you would sell. I hadn't really thought about it yet because I don't have a lot up yet. But I do always send one with Poshmark. Carla says, I'm not going to do the gifts. It's not Christmas. Like I said, I have so much. I have so many things. There's no way that I would ever be able to list all of the things that I have. With doing the jars and things like that, I just end up with so much. And sometimes I'll go to the store and I'll buy something and it's like, why did I buy this? I'm not going to list it. It's not good enough. Or you find something that's a little bit wrong with it when you get home and, you know, you don't want to list it on its own. So I'll throw it in there. Yeah, I always do the thank you notes. I always find the thank you notes at a yard sale or at Savers. I have special ones for Etsy because Etsy is so much more special. And that's why I don't list as much. I feel like it takes it longer and the shipping is different. And I love the way my Etsy store looks too. Again, I'm going to end up doing videos separately, I think, when I do my sold videos from now on, probably every, you know, I mean, I have to get sales on them, and I haven't had an Etsy sale in a while, but it's because I haven't really posted a lot on Etsy either. So I'm going to keep them separate because I think the ideas and the focus and what I'm going to put on there is just so different that I don't want to put them in the same video. So, and I know Etsy kind of goes away, but Poshmark, I think you get the solds until you delete them. So they'll be there if you guys want to check out what I sold. I'm not going to delete them. I don't know if I'll ever delete them. I probably will as my closet gets bigger, but you know, you guys can go and check out the solds on my closet as well. Dwayne is a really good moderator. Thank you, Dwayne. He has my Poshmark store linked in the chat. No jewelry jars. I know a lot of people don't. We don't have them that often. I have a hoard of them in my craft room. I just randomly go into them. I go to the stores a lot to find them. So it's kind of something that I do to relax. All of this is fun for me, learning. I love learning things. So it hasn't really been stressful yet. We'll see what happens when all of this stuff, when YouTube or, you know, reselling or whatever gets too stressful. But right now I like the connections that I've made and I like the information, because even if, you know, I'm watching a video of Dwayne's and I don't do clothes right now, eventually maybe I will, and I'll pick that stuff up and I'll know what to look for. So I like that. Sandy's here. Hi, Sandy. And that's why, like, I don't sell what Lonnie sells, but I like watching his videos because he's got really good information on there. And, you know, if I see something, I'll pick it up. You know a good deal when you know a good deal. So, does anyone else have any other? Let me see. I think it's really interesting for us people who are just trying it. I know I was talking to Miss Shops a lot, and she said she's had a lot of good luck on Mercari, and I have not tried that one yet. Hey, Crazy Card. Oh, because somebody couldn't find me on Posh. You know, I did notice it's kind of difficult to find people on Posh because you have to go back and look for people a little bit differently than I'm used to. So yeah, and you know, the other thing is too, the more you look at a lot of things, the more you recognize quality, right? So even if somebody doesn't do jewelry, if they look at jewelry or they just, you know, they're sometimes things are transferable too, that, you know, you do purses and you know what quality hardware looks like. You're probably going to know what quality jewelry looks like. So that's kind of been my guide, and buying things that I like or are different or are really nice quality. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Carol's correcting people's grammar. It's usually me doing that. So I think that's about it. I want to do a haul video, so there'll probably be that sometime this week or next week. I did find some pretty awesome things. So some people I couldn't hold out. I had to tell them my find of probably the year. I will have that in another video, a haul video sometime, and I will show you guys what I got. I did get another nice one this past weekend. Yard selling. I've never really been into yard selling much just because I'm not a planner. So it's really hard to plan things out, but I am learning and enjoying it. So, all right. Yeah, you can feel, you know, look at it, feel it. Like I've noticed I just, you know, you look at things so much and you're in the thrift stores so much, you know what you see all the time and you know what you don't see all the time. And you know that a t-shirt's not soft, it's stiff. Or, you know, a hat, you've learned to recognize what the difference between real leather and fake leather is, by the touch, the smell, the look of it. So I think that's really cool. Just, you know, as I'm learning and starting to resell. Although, you know, some things that aren't quality do sell for a lot, and I find that strange, but you know, you live and you learn. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. If you guys have any tips for anything, if you're looking through my shop and you have any ideas, please, constructive ones. I'm new, so it's still probably pretty sensitive to it if you just blast me about something. I know people spend a lot of time saying they don't care about about thumbs down, and I gotta be honest, you know, if you didn't care about thumbs down, you probably wouldn't be talking about it. So, you know, it's hard not to take certain things personal, but I love constructive criticism. Like, you know, if you angled something this way, or if you included this, or if you added this in your description, or things like that, those are great. So I always love constructive criticism. You know, your volume's too low. You know, I've done things and corrected because people had constructive criticism. So constructive criticism is always welcome, and any tips and what else people like about reselling on Poshmark, or what they don't like. But again, I did want to share that I won that $100, because I want you guys to know when they do those contests, you could win. And if you go and you check their blog, because they have the winners every time on the blog, you'll see my name on one of them. It was a couple weeks ago. So it's not just something they say. And I think it's really cool because there's some really great things on Poshmark. There's vintage things on there too. So that's usually what I look for and follow, is all the vintage people. So, all right. Good night, everybody. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.